Welcome to Investors Insights. Our topic today is the impact on your portfolio, economic expansion. Well, gentlemen, we are getting ready to go into fourth quarter.
We are.
September's getting ready to end this week, last time I checked.
Yep.
And in the meeting today, we had a lot of issues going on. Congress has got a lot of decisions to make. North Korea still firing missiles out there and the tension that's being caused. But the one thing that's been a theme throughout this year has been how corporate earnings have continued to disconnect from all the major crisis issues out there and continued to move forward. Agreed?
Agreed.
So on that, Bobby, as we got into that discussion, you got my full attention on this week and the economic numbers and how that can impact people's portfolios.
Yeah, so this week's potential market mover is the Institute for Supply Management and their manufacturing rating, their business conditions rating on Friday. It's very important because this report will not have any impact by the two hurricanes. A lot of reports we'll see the next couple weeks might be muddled by the two hurricanes.
Right.
This one will not. And this is very important because we're in the 9th year of our expansion.
Okay,
It's
talk
economic
about that.
expansion.
Right.
And these reports this week, we got consumer confidence Tuesday, and then Friday's report on manufacturing and business conditions are very important because they will show proof if we're actually still expanding. And we need that. The market needs that, the proof.
Right. Well, and on that kind of data is what we look at to have indications as to how that can impact corporate earnings down the road.
Exactly.
And if it impacts corporate earnings, that ultimately is going to impact stocks.
Yes.
So, and then Ashley, on that note, you brought in about manufacturing.
Yes.
And talk about what's going on there. You know, as I like to say, that the headlines at times are on the back pages.
They are.
I'll be antiquated as though I'm referring to a newspaper. But from the standpoint, you brought up something that's taking place.
Yes, there are two things going on the international front that could help American manufacturing, and as Greg says, that's your portfolio. One is the third round of NAFTA talks starting in Ottawa over the weekend, and Trump's got a very pro-American push on that in the way that that's negotiating and disputes are resolved among the three countries.
Okay.
The second is a lot of the trade laws at the end of the George Bush the son administration really favored a lot of American manufacturing, and from an executive order point of view, we've seen that Trump is using a lot of those. So if you look at both of those events internationally, he's aiming at putting America first, putting manufacturing first, American business first to make it more competitive, and that's good.
Okay, and when you say America's first, you're talking about the construction companies, the manufacturing companies, all
Absolutely.
of that down, that.
Everything.
All right.
Yeah, everything.
That within our country should be using American made.
Yeah, correct.
Right?
Correct. Yes.
Right. And so if that occurs and those executive orders go through, what's the benefit then in terms of companies throughout?
American companies are more competitive, thus more profitable, thus markets go up.
Right.
They
In
make
other
more
words,
money.
Right. And so we want to emphasize that point on how your portfolio can be impacted by these decisions that are going on, because if corporate earnings continue to move forward and we continue to see where the market is responding to that versus some of the crisis issues that are out there, we feel very good about fourth quarter. Of course, there's no guarantees, and we watch it very closely, and the volatility will still be there. But this is the way through these type of vlogs that we keep you updated. Also, if you want to follow us on Twitter, LinkedIn, or Facebook, we also put additional information there. We're frustrated educators, and the more information you have, the more knowledge you have, the more confidence you can have as to what's taking place in your portfolios, as well as those of you that watch from an educational standpoint, understand how we do things here at Five Plan Partners.
Yes.
So on that note, those of you that have emailed us and called in with additional questions and topic, continue that. We hope you have a great week, and we're getting ready to go into fourth quarter of 2017. Thanks.